Okay, let's look at this one here. This is the GPS. Okay, GPS assignment. Let's look at number one there. The graph represents the recent school cafeteria survey. It says there, if 400 students surveyed, how many more prefer hamburgers than chicken nuggets? So this is key. How many more prefer hamburgers than chicken nuggets? And so automatically when I see that kind of phrase, how many more than, I already know that I'm comparing. So when I'm comparing, that means my operation is going to be, one of them is going to be subtraction. Okay, that might not be the only thing I do, but I know I have to for sure subtract. But I know there's 400 students total that took the survey. Of those 400 students, 46% prefer hamburgers. And of those 400 students, 22% prefer chicken nuggets. And of course, of those 400, 32 prefer pizza. But my question is directed towards hamburgers and chicken nuggets. So pizza, I'm not really concerned about. So the first thing you must do is you have to convert the percent to a decimal. So, and we convert percents to decimals by moving the decimal 2 times to the left. So 1, 2. And so that gives me 0.46. And so what I do now is to find out how many students actually prefer hamburgers. All we do is multiply 400 times the decimal of 46%. And so we multiply and we get 6 times 0, 0, 6 times 0, 0, 6 times 4 is 24. We put the 0 there, and then 4 times 0, 0, 4 times 0 again, 0, 4 times 4, 16. We add it together, 0, 0, 4, 8, 1. So I get 18,400, but of course there's 2 numbers to the right of the decimal, so you must move it 2 times to the left. And so what does that mean? That means that 184 students prefer hamburgers. And now I gotta find, okay, how many prefer chicken nuggets? Again, 400 times this in decimal, and you must move it 2 times to the left. So you get 0.22. And so I'm going to multiply 400 times 0.22, and I get, well, 008, 0008. I add it together, I get 8,800, but there's of course 2 numbers to the right of the decimal, so 1, 2, so it's actually 88. So then 88 students prefer chicken nuggets. What do you do now? Well, that's when you're going to subtract. All you got to do is subtract, and you'll get your final answer, which you can do. Okay. Number 2 there, Rancher Rick buys feed for his animals each week. The table shows how much feed he buys for each group of animals and the total cost. It says there which food sells at the highest unit rate. So what they want to know is highest unit rate. Well, I know the word uni means 1. So we need to find the price of 1. Well, the price of what? The price of 1 pound. So if it costs $8.40 for 12 pounds, how much does it cost for 1 pound? Okay, and that's what you need to figure out. So 8, you use T-book. 12 goes into 8 no times. 12 goes into 84. Well, 12 times 6 is 60. Sorry, 12 times 5 is 60. 12 times 6 is 72. 12 times 7, I think it'll be 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. 84, so it's 7 times. And so we put a 0, bring the 0 down. 12 goes into 0, 0 times. So that means that this one costs 70 cents per pound. Okay. I have to find the other one. So the money is on top. 60 divided by 75. Okay, I'm going to simplify it by 5 first. 60 divided by 5 is 12. 75 divided by 5 is 15. I can simplify it again by 3. I get 4 over 5. And I know 4 over 5 is just 0.8 or 0.80. So then this one is 80 cents per pound. Okay. And now let's figure out the other one. The other one is 37.50 divided by 50. Well, I can take up a couple of zeros there. And so that gives me 37.5 divided by 5. 5 goes into 7. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 minus 5 is 2. Bring down the 5. How many 5s go into 25? Well, 5 times 5. And so you put a 5 there. And so now, this one is 75 cents. So 75 cents for 1 pound. Okay? So now we have this one is 75 cents for 1 pound. Okay? And now the last one there, $63.20 for 80 pounds. So again, we use T-boat. Don't forget top in, bottom out. And so top in, bottom out. How many times is 80 going to 63? Pues nada. 80 into 630, 632. And so 632 divided by 80. Well, I know 80 times 4. 80 times 4 is 320. 80 times 5 is 400. 80 times 7 is 560. We subtract. We regroup. This goes to 72. I know 8 into 9 is 9. I mean, so 8 times 9 is 72. So I think this is 9. And that will give me 720. So it goes to 0. And so this one is 79 cents per pound. And so now look at the numbers there. I'll zoom it in. So now think there. Which one has the highest unit rate? In other words, which is the most expensive? 70 cents per pound, 80 cents per pound, which is the chicken. The chicken 70 cents per pound. The goat is 80 cents per pound. The dog food is 79 cents per pound. And the pig feed is 79 cents per pound. So which one's the most expensive, the highest unit rate? So we can figure that out. Yeah. Look at number 3 there. Okay. Okay, so Thomas buys, he bought 3 DVDs for $14.50 each, a music CD for $9.99, and a computer game for $48. If the sales tax is 8.2%, what is the total cost? Well, I know total means add. That's a tax rate. So when I see tax, that means I'm going to add some more to my total cost. So I know I have to convert this percent to a decimal. 1, 2. And so that gives me 0.082. So I'm going to go 0.082. But I need to find out, okay, what am I going to multiply 0.082 by? Well, I got to find out what I purchased. I purchased 3 DVDs, $14.50 each. That means 1 DVD. So $14.50 times 3. Sorry, $14.50 times 3. And that's going to give me 3 times 0. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 4 plus 1 is 13. That gives me $43.50. Okay? Now I'm going to a music CD for $9.99. So I bought a CD for $9.99. And then a computer game for $48. Well, where's the 48 go? The 48 is $48, not 48 cents. So remember, whole numbers go on the left side. So I put 48.00. And now we add up, and we're going to add these 3 only because that's what I purchased, or that's what Thomas purchased. 3 DVDs for this much each, a music CD, and a computer game. And that's all he purchased. So now we're going to add them up. So 9 plus 5 is 14. 9, 10, plus that is 21. So it's 4, 8, 9, 10. So I get 101.49. This is what the cost of the 3 items. So just like when you go in any store, in any city in this country, you're gonna pay a tax, and the tax for this person is 8.2%, Well, we converted that to a decimal, and so now this is what I'm going to multiply. 101.49 times 0.082. Okay. And I'm going to multiply that, so I get 18,9,202. So 8 times 9 is 72. 8 times 4 plus 7 is 9. 8 times 1 plus 3 is 11. 8 times 0 plus 1 is 1. And then 8 times 1 is 8. I add them together. I get 2, 3, 8. I'll get all these numbers, and I know there's one decimal there. Decimal there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means that if money-wise, I have $8.32 or 33 cents. We look at this number there. So if I look at that number right here, okay, so 5 or more, we add one more. 4 or less, we let it rest. And since it's 4 or less, we're going to leave it at $8.32. This is the tax that you're going to add to whatever the purchase was. And the purchase was for 101.49. And so now we're going to add the tax, which is 832. And we add it, and we're going to get our final answer. And so I get 109.81. That's my final answer. Okay. I forgot to put here. Must show work. Okay. Next one there, number 4. Mrs. Andrews currently earns $4,225 per month. She will receive 17% increase in pay beginning next month. How much can she expect to earn next month? Well, this month she's making this, but she's getting an increase. That means she's going to get a raise. So all you got to do is multiply this times the percent she's going to get a raise from. She's going to get a raise of 17%, so you got to multiply. Okay? Once you multiply this answer, whatever your answer is, okay? The answer. I'm not going to do it. The answer. You're going to add it to this, because that'll be her new monthly earnings. Okay? But you must multiply it, show your work, and then what you get, you add it to this, because this is what she used to make per month. Well, now she's going to make a new monthly wage, because she's going to get a 17% increase. So whatever this is how much extra she's going to make on top of this. Okay? Let's go number 5. Number 5. Okay. Number 5 there says Maribel makes bead necklaces. She uses a ratio of 4:2:2:3 when threading green, brown, and yellow beads. How many green? Look what this is there. We're concentrating on how many greens and how many yellows. Will Maribel use for a necklace containing a total of 117 beads? So since it's talking about ratios, I know when I see ratio, I think of fraction, and I also think of proportions. Okay, so I think proportions, fractions. Okay, well, let me see. What am I comparing? Well, I'm not comparing green to yellow. What I'm actually comparing is the greens or the yellows to total of beads. So here I'm going to put, okay, let's compare green to total. So let's look at this ratio here. It's in order, green, brown, and yellow. So green, brown, and yellow. So that means there's 4 greens. Well, how many total beads do we have? Well, we actually have 4 greens, 2 browns, 3 yellows. That means we have 4 plus 2, 6 plus 3, 9. So we have 9 total. And then we have 117 beads. That's a total. So I'm not going to put it here because that's not the green ones. Total goes here. And what do we put here? We put an X. And then we just cross multiply, and you'll divide, and we'll find out how many greens. This will tell you how many greens. Well, you got to do the same thing for the yellows. You're going to compare yellow to the total. And so how many yellows do we have? Again, it's in order, green, brown, and yellow. So the last one is the yellows, because this is green, brown, and yellow. So when we have 3 yellows, how many total beads do we have? We have 4 plus 2 plus 3, which is 9. And how many total do we have? 117. Well, I want to know how many of those are yellow. Again, cross multiply and divide, and you get your answer. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to number. Let's see here. Let's go to number 7. Okay, number 7. The Boone family is buying a new house that was originally listed for $3,500. They were able to purchase the house for $295,000. I'm sorry. Yes, $295,000. So they originally listed for $350,000. They purchased the house for $295,000. What was the percent decrease? And so when I do percent decrease, I know I'm doing change over original. Okay, so think that change over original. And so if I'm doing change over original, okay, it even tells you the word, look, originally listed. So that's my original. Originally it was that. Okay, what was the change? Well, the change wasn't that it changed to this. I want to know how much money did it go down. The change is how much money did it go down, not where it sold at, but how much it went down. So you're gonna have to 350,000 subtract from 295,000, and you'll find out how much the house went down. That's the change. The changes mean subtract. So we put here the 3 zeros. We regroup. We regroup again, and that gives me 55,000. This is what goes here. Okay, all I gotta do here is cross out the zeros. 1, 2, 3, and then I have 55 over 350. Okay, you can simplify it by 5. Okay, and then from there you can finish it. I'm gonna do the rest. Number 9. The distance from Houston, Texas to Corpus Christi is 210 miles. Again, ratio. The ratio of miles. Look at that. Miles, it's in the ratio. Miles to inches. Miles to inches is, for every 2 miles, it's the same as 0.25 inches. So how many inches represent the distance? So again, you see this word ratio. I think of the word ratio. I think of fraction. I think of the word proportion. Okay? That's what I think of when I see ratios. Fractions, proportions. So then I'm going to make myself a ratio, or 2 ratios, which is a proportion. So we're going to compare 2 ratios. What am I comparing? Well, it's telling you right there, miles to inches. So I'm going to put, okay, this is the miles, this is the inches. I could have put the inches on top and the miles on the bottom, but I'm going to go with miles or inches. Let's look at the ratio they gave me right here. How do I know what's what? Well, because miles went first, miles to inches, so that means this is the miles. So the colon is here, so that means this is the miles, 2 miles. So 2 miles is the same as 0.25 inches. And then they're telling me the actual distance is 210 miles. So from Houston to Corpus, 210 miles. So this is in miles. So I know that everything across this way is miles, so I'm going to put 210 there. And what am I going to put there? I'm going to put an X. I'm going to cross multiply and divide, and I'll get my answer. Okay. So let's look at number 9. And we have here, a jewelry store paid $75 for a necklace at wholesale cost. The store will sell the necklace for $250. What was the percent markup? Okay, you see the word markup, it's the same as percent increase or percent of change. So markup means percent of change. That means we're going to use change over original. Okay, so then what was the original? Okay, the store is going to sell it for $250, but that's not what the original cost. The original cost of the necklace is what the store paid. They paid $75. That means that's the original price. They're going to mark up. When you see this word markup, that means they're going to raise the price. Well, how much did they raise it? How much did they raise the price? They raised it to this, but that's not how much they actually raised the price. They actually raised the price the difference between these two. They raised it they sold it for 250, but how much did they raise the price? Well, it was at 75, and so it went to 250, so I can just subtract these two, and I'll know how much it went up. It went up $175. So that was the markup. It went up $175. And so now I just gotta simplify. You can simplify by 5, okay, and just, and then simplify it, and then use Tebow, and then convert the decimal to a percent, and you'll get the answer. 10, Trey, Kirk, Billy, and Alfred were assigned a group report to summarize a science project. The group has a mandatory 20-page length. Trey completed 35% of the summary. Kirk completed 2/5 of the summary, and Billy completed 15.15 of the summary. How many pages of the report remain for Alfred to complete? Again, they completed a portion of the 20-page report. So part of it, they left Alfred some pages for him to do. We can find out how much of the pages, because what does the word of mean? And the word of in math means multiply. So then I can multiply, 0.35 times 20. I can 2/5, you should know, is 0.40. 0.40 times 20, and then this is 0.15 times 20. Okay, and that'll tell you how many pages each person read, or I'm sorry, each person did for the report or the project. Okay, so, and then you'll find their answers. Multiply, and you know how many pages each person did, and then you'll know how many are left for Alfred. The total is 20 pages. So you got to figure out how many pages each of them did, and then you figure out how many Alfred did, once you know how much everyone did individually. Okay, hopefully this has helped you, and good luck.